Welcome back to the channel, everybody. About a month ago, we installed 4-inch portals on the HONDA TALON, and before I did the install video, I wanted to talk about why we did it and how well we liked it. The reason we did it was, if you've seen some of my other videos, especially in Moab, low gear isn't low enough. There's not enough power to try to crawl something from a standstill. So we wanted 30% gear reduction. We like this idea rather than going with IGR or the low. Even though I still think those are good ideas, this is just the best option for us. As far as how much we liked it, we went to Mulberry Mountain, Arkansas on the road a few weeks ago. It's a world of difference. You can pull up on anything. You have power. I keep readjusting the camera. There's a world of difference. You can pull up on anything, and you have the power to climb it. I'm with 2-inch spacers on each side, 2 inches wide now. The extra articulation, it rides so much better, it's much smoother. Very happy with it. Not happy with Super ATV and their instructions and their support on installing these. But the quality of the Super ATV portals, it's awesome. Everything about the quality, every piece, it's all top notch. It was only the support and the instructions on installing them that we weren't a big fan of. That said, guys, let's get into the install video. We're going to remove the tires. In theory, these won't be going back on unless I need them just to get out of the patio. Wheel spacers. Factory lug nuts, and these are a 19 millimeter, but the lug nuts that hold they go in here to hold to your factory hub, but they're smaller so that you can get a socket in there. On this one, this brand, I don't remember what the brand was, but they're 17s. That's the brand. I mean, I'll try to pronounce that. And that's the size I use for 2-inch. It worked good as long as I had them on there for about a year. Okay, this is what I got. Got all the plates, the new knuckles. Portal blood, actually got 2 quarts, but I think you just need 1. All the brake line stuff. Some more bolts I need to open, but then all the bolts. I thought I've already cut the box, but let's open it up and see what the portals look like. It's a windy day. Might be fun. There they are. Alright, the instructions say take this one out for the passenger side, this bolt, and this one out for the driver's side. So, number 16. I do not like using impacts and aluminum, but they were tight. Alright, we're going to put the lugs in the rear wheel hubs. we're actually going to use sockets like they're showing. These have a bunch of holes. You could put these on a lot of, put them on there and run different wheels, I reckon. There's a black line, a red line, a yellow line, and a blue line, and they tell you A, B, C, D, and then down here, A, B, C. A is for Polaris, B is for Can-Am and Terex 4, C is for Arctic Cat, D is for Honda and Yamaha. So you'd think D is what we needed to use, right? But then at the bottom, it says Honda Talon machines will use pattern B, the Can-Am and Terex 4. So we're going to use the red line. It's not the furthest out hole, it's the next one in. The one that comes right off of one of these ribs. I bought a tool to do these that Slick Rock Production uses, but it didn't come in. So we're using the chisel, or the punch. Just want to make sure they're seated all the way around when you do this. And just like that, they're mounted. Fun, fun, fun. All right. Shall it work this time? Caliper bolts are number 17 millimeter. 17 millimeter. How much editing I'm gonna have to do on these videos. And just so you know, this is something else. The caliper brackets that I mounted on here, I put them on to the way that they're labeled. I put L on the driver's side and R on the passenger side. It looks like they should go the other way, but I'm going with what they show. That dude looks dead centered. So on this one, I had to put 2 shims in. And it worked. Can't go any further because I am probably not going to leave that bolt down here. And I'll take a picture with my phone so that you know what I'm talking about, and I'll put it in the video. Yeah, this is fun. I mean, might be some of the most fun I've ever had. R on the driver's side and the L on the passenger side. You have to do this just to see if it works. Go through all this work. Just to see if it will work. It's not the right thing. Kick myself in the ass if I put this on here and it works, and I don't put this on here. My ass in the air. That's fun. That's just a ball. getting dark. Sorry about that. I could plug in some lights. Well, you know, that lines up. According to AI, the caliper bolts are 20 foot. People that torque things. I don't know why I'm torquing them. I'm probably gonna take them back off. Hey, let's put this thing on again. Yeah. So, the caliper bracket, I don't have any spacers on the driver's side, and I have 2 on the passenger side. Before I swapped the brackets, I had 2 over here, and I was going to take at least 4 on that side. But these little... I swapped this bracket, driver's side to the passenger side, because of that we're at this thickened edge right here. It helps not have to use so many shims back here. On this side I used 2, the passenger side. The driver's side I didn't have to use any. I was using 2 on the driver's side, and I was going to have at least 4 back here if I didn't swap them. But the instructions don't even show this particular bracket, they show a different one. They definitely don't let you know which way to put it. This one says L on it. Me and everybody else on the internet, L should be on the driver's side, R should be on the passenger, but this is how I ended up going. Okay, we're installing the front brake lines. This is the part I have. Nothing tells me that this is them. I kind of fitted the passenger side up, and the length seems to work, so that's what we're going with, because my instructions don't say anything. And I'll splice in a video from my phone on what I'm doing up top. Your factory hardware, your banjo bolt and the 2 brass washers. Sticking them through like so. I know you can't see very well from this video right now, but try to remember to put some cell phone videos in there too. So what I'm routing is, there's 2 bolts up here, holes. I'm gonna route up around them. The factory one came up around the A-arm and up through between the shock and the first cross, the only crossbar on here, so they can mount to both of them. And then just going by everywhere that so there's a clamp to go here, clamp here. Where did I undo the other one? Oh, up here. All right, it's hard to film with the Instant 360, so I'm gonna use my phone. Reinstalling the brake, or installing the new brake lines. This one, that's your passenger, and I'm gonna install the driver's side one right here. But it's kind of hard to do and film, and it's not the easiest thing to get to. And there is a video talking about the brakes. Grady's Garage, shout out to him. He emphasizes you really want to make sure they're tightened or screwed in good by hand before you ever put a wrench on it, because you don't want to strip that out and have to pay for it or re-tap it. I got a number 10 brake line wrench. You want to start them very good by hand. All right. Since we don't need much slack up there, we'll put most of the slack down low. Sorry, I'm not talking much. So your brake line connects at the banjo, runs across the top plate, make a loop. It's either that or don't use that, but it seems like it'd be worse if it was up here and could get into your ball joint, could pinch it maybe. So this kind of keeps everything out of the way. And then there's a bracket on the back side here, or a clip for this, for the factory one. There's little hooks in here. Then there's one here and one up there. A little better there. Just tightening these up. Only other way is you could run from here up. You wouldn't use a lot less. If you don't do it this way, I don't know the best way of doing it without using zip ties. So I'm gonna leave the caliper banjo bolt loose because I'm gonna try the gravity bleed them first. Plenty of slack to turn. It's not going to interfere with anything. Hold the phone. Break. Should be able to get to everything. Let's see what this would interfere with. You won't have to do this part if you don't have wheel spacers. Crazy part is I'm going to do all this and have to take it all back off, but can't start on the back until I get this done. Again, Honda Talon lug nuts. Take a 19mm socket. I've already shown my wheel spacers and what they are, but these lugs are longer than the factory. Just to explain this again. So the lug nuts, when you tighten them down on the factory lug nuts, it'll push on the end of these, swell them out. I'm not sure they're getting tight enough, so I ordered these lug nuts on Amazon, and I'll put a link to it in the description below. Right. All right, we're on the driver's side rear. First thing I'm gonna do is take the cotter pin out, probably the castle nut. Sure, everybody else knew, but those dikes, man, it really helps, especially if you're not gonna use them. Well, it doesn't. You can sound like. Removing the brake line clip here. It's the one that we ended up reusing on the other side. True. All right. When the camera is off, I pulled the hub off, but all it does is pull off. I'm going to remove this ball joint, castle nut, and cotter pin. Lower ball joint takes a 19mm socket. All the ball joint tools that I've used are from Amazon, and I'll put a link in the description below. The radius rods and the third link bolts are all 17. We're going to reuse the bolt and nut and the bushing that goes through the third link. I'll call it third link because I don't even know what else to call it. Talon R's are the only thing I've ever seen it on. I wish I was done with this. But okay, next thing to do is press this out, or get the C-clip and then press this out. Okay, so I didn't really film this because it's a pain, but the best way I could come up with of getting this bushing out of the factory knuckle is remove the C-clip in there with a pick, a little screwdriver or something, and then use a 1-inch socket, come from the other side, and press it out with a ball joint press, or maybe just a regular press, but that's what I had. And then when you go to stick it back in there, grease up the inside. I used anti-seize. I don't know what would be best. And then put that socket in here to go around that outer edge of that bushing and press it in, and it'll go in pretty easy that way. Okay. This is the radius rod, the new radius rod bolts they come with. It's got a shank, put a washer on there, and a flange nylon. I'm gonna leave this off because I remember this bolt, it interferes with that bolt. Supposed to torque all these to 60 in the ball joint. Alright, I just stuck this bolt and washer through. Let's go ahead and tighten it securely, but okay, I'm gonna grab the plate. So M10 tapered Allen head, you're gonna use 4 of these. One here, one here, one here, and one here. This is an M10 tapered Allen head by 65 millimeter, and it goes right here. We're using M10 flange nylon nuts to hold all 5 of these bolts on. The Allen head is a 6 millimeter. Make sure it's on tight. Really? When you're putting this plate on, you want to leave this bottom radius rod bolt loose and out so that you can get to this bolt back here. See, the radius rod bolt will get in the way, so if you leave this one loose, you can get to it and torque it easier. What? Recess nut. Yeah. Doesn't give you a torque on this. call it a dust cover. The dust cover takes a 5mm Allen head. The caliper bracket mounting to the portal is a number 8 Allen head on this side. And then, what are these on the back? 18. The nut on the back side takes a 18mm wrench. These top two don't have nuts. They just screw into the portal knuckle or the rear knuckle, but they take a 16mm on this side. These all get torqued down to 65 foot-pounds. These two, there's 6 of them. 4 flange head bolts, 2 Allen head bolts. Lugs out. These are 41mm socket, Super ATV supplied. And then look, see if a hole lines up. And they don't, and you gotta go a little more. Okay. What I was doing when I was looking down through here is seeing if the rotor's in the center of the caliper, because they come up with shims that you can put behind this caliper bracket. It's nice whenever it lines up so you don't have to take the hub back off. Caliper bracket bolts are a 15mm socket. Take a 15mm socket. Calls for these to be torqued to 300. The hub castle bolt. It comes up and connects to the hard pipe that runs up the A-arm. We gotta take it loose. Brake line takes a 10mm brake line wrench. Gotta take this clip out to remove the brake line coming from the caliper. Use a screwdriver and a hammer. This is the new brake line that they give you. If you can see, this end has a flat spot. It goes up towards the A-arm. And then put the clip in back the way it was, to where you hammered this little lip out. It's up in there. All else fails, use a hammer. Then take your factory into your upper brake line and reconnect it. Feels like it started good. This is the new brake line that they give you. If you can see, this end has a flat spot. It goes up towards the A-arm. And then put the clip in back the way it was, where you hammered this little lip out. It's up in there. So, then take your factory into your upper brake line and reconnect it. Feels like it started good. I think we're good. Your factory brake caliper banjo bolt. Take one of the washers off. Stick it through. That way there's a washer on both sides. And these lines do not cooperate. Yeah, Super ATV didn't send enough brake line clips, so I'm using the factory. Time to jack it up and put these tires on it, I do believe. Go. Let's go. Thank you for watching. This was a long process. The instructions, again, weren't very good. We made several calls and emails to Super ATV, and they wasn't very helpful. We even reached out to Slick Rock Productions, talked to Jake through email. He was very friendly, but they don't work on a lot of Talons. But through trial and error, we was able to figure it all out, get it done. With the final result, we were very satisfied. Like I said at the beginning of the video, it rides smoother. We have the low end power that we need. The clearance. Wow, we got a lot of clearance now. Hope the video is helpful. Please leave comments. Until next time, God bless.